all set once he hits record.
All right.
Don't-
Okay.
Okay.
Again, good evening, everyone, and welcome. Bear with us tonight. We normally do a remote meeting, so this is a little different format for us, so thank you for your patience if we mess up a little bit. I'm Bette McCarthy, and I'd like to call the meeting to order. To all persons deemed interested or affected by the Town of Barnstable Old Kings Highway Historic District Act under Section 9 of Chapter 470, Acts of 1973 as amended, you are hereby notified that a hearing will be held tonight on the applications listed on our agenda for Wednesday, April 12th, 2023 at 6:30 p.m. We ask that during this evening's proceedings, cell phones be turned off and conversations other than those before the committee take place outside this room. When an application is called, please come to the table and sign in. All interested parties and abutters should also come forward at that time. And all people who wish to speak regarding an application, they must sign in. We would like to remind applicants and audience members that we are elected volunteers committee following the guidelines for the Town of Barnstable Old Kings Highway Act. Any applicant or an interested party who's aggrieved by any of the decisions tonight can appeal. They have the right to appeal the decision to the Old Kings Highway Historic District Commission. So first of all, I'd like to take attendance for the committee members. And the first, George Jessup, not present. Leslie Wallace.
Here.
Brian Caholen, not present. Wendy Shuck.
Here.
And myself, Bette McCarthy. All right. I'd like to address the first item on the agenda for this evening. And this is a continued application for Eileen Elias, 42 Packet Landing Way, West Barnstable, map 179, parcel 004, built in 1962. Install 7.6 kilowatt panels, will not exceed roof panels, but will add 6 inches to the roof height. 19 panels total. Would the applicant please come forward? All right. And we'd like a motion to open.
Yep, this is Wendy Shuck, and I move to open the public hearing.
And may we have a second?
Second.
All right, roll call vote. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? No. Okay. All right. The applicant, please discuss your,
Brendan LeBrun, representing Trinity Solar, and Bruce Jr., who couldn't be here tonight. So the proposed design for the solar system is 19 solar panels spread across 3 arrays, across 3 roofs. 2 of the roofs are facing the street, 1 facing to the south. They will be visible, of course, from the street, but it's not a very well-traveled road, so we don't think that it won't have much effect on 6A.
okay. Do you have any questions?
I know the house. Yes, and it's potholes.
I saw the road.
It's great, but it's not well-traveled. Beautiful house. I'm trying to see, can you get up where, so what's in the front? There's
Yes.
some in the back. I can't, I don't
Okay.
understand. Okay,
Yes, oh,
all right. So this is the back.
Yep, but we're only installing, these are the panels here.
Okay, so, okay, that. Any way that these could be more, what is this?
That's just the roof number.
Oh, okay. More uniform, like underneath, keep it more of a,
Symmetrical?
yes,
So you want it
yes,
to be more of
yes,
a-
yes, yes, yes.
More of a square, or you want them more lined up on the bottom, more pyramid shape?
Well, it would be nice if it was all across.
All
Can you do
across?
that?
We could try and put them in there. There might be an issue with one panel not fitting in one row down there.
Okay, so there's 7. Well,
I can certainly see
yeah.
6
Can
down
you
there.
see
Yes.
how much better it would look?
I could bring it back to design and have them discuss and see if they can
Okay.
move the panels around.
That would be my only,
I agree. I think if it would be a perfect rectangle, it would be much more
yes,
acceptable.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
So with 7 panels there, it could be a perfect rectangle if we went back, talked to the customer and suggested adding an additional panel in the bottom right corner of that array.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that would be acceptable for the board?
Yeah.
Yes.
It
How do
it
you
just
feel about
looks
that?
off the
Yeah.
way it's, just understand what we're talking about? Usually, we like it all to be very uniform.
Perfectly acceptable.
Wendy?
Yeah, I agree. I think it would be better if it was symmetrical. And as I recall, your roof is dark, correct? Yeah.
It's like a dark gray.
Dark gray, okay, yeah.
It's noticeable.
Yeah, exactly. So I agree with Leslie and Bet. I think if we can make that symmetrical in the front, I think it would.
Yeah.
Yeah, a perfect rectangle.
Yes.
Yes.
All right,
Or along the bottom would be all right, too, and not as noticeable.
so
I'm not sure.
would it be possible,
Not be able to.
You can't get as many panels then if it's just along the bottom.
Along the bottom, yeah.
it may be possible to fit all 7 down there. There might be issues with being too close to the ridge. And the fire department may have a little trouble getting access to the ridge if we did put them on there. I would have to take that back to my design team and have them crunch numbers as far as
You
being
could
able-
do the rectangle.
We could do the rectangle.
All right,
Okay.
well,
All right.
I can live
Okay.
with that.
Could we have a motion regarding the,
Is this a,
Point of order, if we can verify if there's any
are there-
members of,
excuse
if
me,
there's
are there any public comments regarding this application?
Chair, this is Kate Maldonado. I am not seeing any members of the public
Okay.
here to.
So in that regard, why don't we have a motion regarding this application?
right, is this to approve with findings, or is this continue?
I would recommend if the committee would like to see the new drawings to continue this item, certainly at your discretion, to a time, date, and location certain.
I would agree. Or Bet,
Yeah.
Okay.
Leslie, you good
Yeah.
with that?
All right,
So
okay,
you
then
asked for the 2 things just to shut me up? Okay.
we can continue that, have a motion to continue this to
Yep.
April 26th.
Yes. So this is Wendy Shuck, and I move to continue the certificate of appropriateness application for Eileen Elias, 42 Packet Landing Way, West Barnstable, map 179, parcel 004, built 1962. At our next meeting, which is April 26th at 6:30 PM, to be held remotely. And we will take another look at the layout, see if we can have a more symmetrical
The array.
pattern, array
Yes.
in the front of the house.
All right. And may we have a second on that?
Second?
And all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? No. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, and we'll see you on the 26th.
I'm actually here for the next meeting, too. I'm here for the next.
Double dose.
Yeah. Actually, you're stuck with me for 4 projects
All right.
here, so.
All right. Our next item on the agenda is for Jennifer Phillips, 100 Indian Hill Road, Barnstable, map 318, parcel 029, built 1977, install 6.4 kilowatt panels. Will not exceed roof panels, but will add 6 inches to the roof height, 16 panels total. Would the applicant please sign in?
I just did.
Okay.
Yes, I'm Jennifer Phillips,
Okay.
property owner.
But you're doing the work.
Yeah, I run with
Okay.
Trinity Solar doing the work.
Okay. And this is Wendy Shuck, and I move to open the public hearing.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
So the proposed design is 16 panels across 2 areas, 2 separate roofs. Both are in the front facing the street. But again, this isn't a well-traveled road, so there shouldn't be problems with people driving down Route 6A and seeing these.
Right.
And did you have anything else after the meeting?
Yes, I'm on a dead end, and all of my neighbors are delighted because they all have trees. And I am delighted to be able to generate more electricity than I need to turn some back for the community, which is part of my incentive for doing this at this time. And I also want to thank the committee for this new dilemma of trying to balance beauty, aesthetics, historical value with the urgent climate situation and need for sustainable energy, which I know a lot of us neighbors in the town are trying now to do. So thank you.
Okay, all right. Are there any comments regarding the layout for the,
This layout. But the other
Right.
one.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, now you see where we're going. Yeah, it's good with me.
And just one question. So Indian Hill, that's not a scenic way, correct? I don't believe so, no.
No, it's modern.
Yeah.
It's a dead end,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah, very little traffic unless you're a resident in
Oh, I
that
think
area.
they've got one of those pothole roads, too.
It's not.
Oh, okay.
No,
Paved
not,
finally, last.
not like
Oh,
Packet,
okay.
not like Packet
Yeah,
Landing.
oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It was
So-
bad. All right, I'm remembering now.
All right. So may we have a motion then to,
Sure, so no other comment?
Point of order, if we
oh,
can take
are there any
public comment.
public comments regarding?
Good evening, Kate Maldonado. I do not see any members of the public interested in presenting comments.
Keep forgetting to ask for public
I
comment.
know.
All right. Then we have a motion.
Yes, so this is Wendy Shuck, and I move to close the public hearing.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay,
Thank you for your time.
approved.
Point of order. We closed the public hearing, but we need committee deliberation and
Yeah.
then a final motion. So if the committee can deliberate.
Oh, close the public hearing
Yep.
first.
Yep, we closed the public hearing, so if there's committee deliberation at this time on that matter.
Yeah. I don't have any concerns. I think the array looks good. I think it's nice and symmetrical, so no concerns for me.
I agree.
Again,
And it's not seen, not on 6A, they're away. Yeah.
Yep, correct. Okay, so motion. So this is Wendy Shuck, and I move to approve the certificate of appropriateness application for Jennifer Phillips, 100 Indian Hill Road, Barnstable, map 318, parcel 029, built 1977, as submitted.
I second it.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. All right. Our next application is for Kenneth, excuse me if I mess up this name, Ateneme, 247 High Street, West Barnstable, map 111, parcel 016, built 1935. Install a rooftop-mounted photovoltaic solar energy system consisting of 22 solar panels, 2 solar panel arrays on the east and west-facing roof planes, black panels with a matte finish. Is the applicant or their representative?
Hi, I'm Steve Kelly. I represent them. I'm with Sunrun Solar. We'll be doing the project if it's approved.
Point of order, if we can open the public hearing.
Yep, this is Wendy Shuck, and I move to open the public hearing.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay.
So we're proposing to put 22 panels, black on black, black frame, black plain panel on 2 planes. The planes are perpendicular to the road at 247 High Street and will be visible from the street. And really, there's no other place to put them if,
Right. Yeah. All right, for the committee discussion,
What's photo?
photovoltaic, it's the term for PV. It's how they generate electricity.
Oh, okay. Nothing looks-wise,
No.
same look, okay.
No, it's function, not
Okay.
form.
And High Street is a scenic way, correct?
High Street,
High Street, no.
I think it's on the map here as a scenic.
Well, that's only an issue if then it's a COE rather
Right,
than,
right. So,
because he's coming forward to us, then
Yep.
it's not an issue, it's for
Yep.
us to approve.
yep.
Again, is there, one of the panels is a complete rectangle, but the other one is slightly,
Has 2 additional panels on the top
Yeah.
row.
is there any way to make it a rectangle?
There probably is. It would
To
be,
move those two?
could either to move them to the other side. I will certainly look into that.
Okay.
it just looks so much better if it
Oh, I
was.
agree. I 100% agree.
And the roof color is light. Are they going to replace the roof?
There's no plans right now to replace the roof.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it is a brownish.
Yeah, so they're gonna jump out, yeah. And no consideration to doing like a standalone panel on the property, not on the roof, or?
We have had all sorts of zoning issues with those.
Oh, okay.
And would just as soon prefer not.
Yeah.
It's a deep lot.
Yeah. Again, it's not a seriously well-traveled road. It's just pretty much for residents up there.
Well, it's a cut-through,
Cut
though,
through for some
so,
others.
Does get a
like
bit of
Mary Dunn
traffic.
type of thing.
Right. But
So
the
it is
cutoff a
traveled.
little
Yeah.
below it.
Yeah. I think if you could make it symmetric, it would,
Okay.
that would be the key. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
You can certainly
yeah,
come back with
Yeah.
another plan on
yeah.
that.
And you don't think it'll be an issue at all?
I don't.
Okay.
Should we,
I handle the building permit and the inspections part of it, so I don't do the design or the calculations, but I don't imagine that there'll be a problem doing that.
Is there any public comment regarding this application?
Chair, this is Kate Maldonado. Do not see any members of the public
Okay.
desiring to speak to this item.
So then may we have a motion to?
Sure thing. This is Wendy Shuck, and I move to continue the certificate of appropriateness application for Kenneth Aitnamy, I don't know if I'm saying that right, Aitnamini, 247 High Street, West Barnstable, map 111, parcel 016, built 1935, at the next meeting, which is April 26 at 6:30, to be held remotely. And we will take a look at the new array, which will be made more symmetrical.
right, and,
Good.
The point of order, if we can have a second? And
yeah,
Second.
and all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion carried.
Very good, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, our next application is for Elizabeth Wolf, 264 Indian Trail, Barnstable, map 337, parcel 022, built 1981. Install 21.6 kilowatt solar panels, will not exceed roof panels, but will add 6 inches to the roof height. 54 panels in total. All right.
Been signed in, so this is Wendy Shuck, and I move to open the public hearing.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? No. All right.
So the 54 panels proposed to be laid out across 4 separate areas, 4 separate roofs. It is located on what is designated as the front of the house, yet, but this home is at the end of a very long driveway,
Yeah.
so it wouldn't be visible from the road.
Yeah.
The shingles are on the lighter side for gray, so you would notice the black panels if you were gone down there.
But there's so many solar panels, it looks probably black.
On 3 of the 4 roofs, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
The property has very little
Way, yeah.
visibility from the street.
I would
Yeah.
agree. I would agree.
I think there's a second building on there. I think that's the only building you would see, and we're not installing on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have any issues with that. You know, I drove down there, and you really can't see the house from
can't.
the road at all, so no concerns.
Okay. All right. Is there any comment regarding this application?
Chair, this is Kate Maldonado. I do not see any members of the public here tonight.
Okay. And this is Wendy Shuck, and I move to close the public hearing.
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Me.
Okay. All right. And may we have,
So I don't think we have any concerns. Agreed?
Yep, no concerns.
Okay. So have a motion. So this is Wendy Shuck, and I move to approve the certificate of appropriateness application for Elizabeth Wolf, 264 Indian Trail, Barnstable, map 337, parcel 022, built 1981, as submitted.
I second that.
okay, roll call vote?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? No. Okay,
Thank you.
all right. All right, our next application is for Frank Pignataro, 23 Spruce Street, West Barnstable, map 216, parcel 050, built 1972, to construct new, a 13 by 16 four-season sunroom at the rear of the house, replace like-for-like new windows, cedar shingles to the rest of the home, and a new door on the back garage.
And
Good evening.
this is Wendy Shuck, and I move to open the public hearing.
All right,
Second.
and all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And opposed? No. Okay.
I'm Frank Pignataro. I'm the property owner. My wife Trish is here today, too. We're looking to put a sunroom on the, what we call the back of our home. And we've got, so you got like 6A is here, and the Spruce Street is here. So if you look through
Point of order,
the area,
if I may, if,
you will see a little.
sir, if you can, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
We just need a little closer to the
All right.
microphone so we can hear, and if you advise me, I
My
can.
first hearing. So, okay, so that faces 6A, and it's all wooded. And then Spruce Street is on this, is on that side. Again, it's wooded, and so it's not very visible from 6A. And we're just really looking to put a little sunroom. It's going to have patio door. Oh, there they are. Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
So that was the back of the
Yeah.
house. You really can't see. As you're coming up, like that corner when you're
Yeah.
coming up, you maybe catch a little bit of the sunroom. So that's what we currently have right now. And then the top picture will be where the sunroom's going to be. And on each side will be just sliding patio doors, and they'll have the grills inside that look to match. It'll all be the white cedar shingles, and the trim will be that AZAC white trim board.
You're doing all the trim all around the house or just in the back?
Yeah, we're going to replace some trim in the front, too.
Okay.
It's white now, so
Same thing.
it's going to be the same thing.
Right.
We're also replacing the other windows in the home, and they'll look like they're there now.
Right.
I did have one question. The front of the house has that cedar clapboard, and we were leaning toward perhaps using that Harvey cement fiber board. I don't know if that's allowed. It looks like clapboard.
Yeah,
Right.
it's like
But
a
it's-
plastic.
It's a cement type of.
This is it?
Yeah, it comes in a strip just like,
Yeah. Is this the width you would use?
yeah.
Yeah, the size?
That's
Yeah.
that's what's there now.
I think it's fine.
Yeah.
It'll last a long
Yeah.
time.
That's the north-facing house. It takes a
Yeah.
beating, so
Oh,
we
yeah.
thought we'd go a little heavier.
Yep.
If that's okay.
Well, you're going to put that down and get it all done at once, then you don't have to come back.
Yeah, it
Okay,
was,
okay.
yeah, everything's going to get done.
All right.
What else you
I
need to
did-
know?
Okay, I didn't
I
see
think
that.
the design is appropriate, and it's very fitting for the area, and I don't see any issues at all with what you've
It's in the
proposed.
back.
Yeah.
And it's really not visible at all.
No, it's just
Yeah,
going to be a
It's
little.
very wooded, yeah.
And what was the name of the clapboard? What was the description?
It's hardy,
Hardy?
hardy.
Oh, Hardy, yeah,
I'm going to make a note that's,
yeah. And was that in the application, or?
I didn't see it, that's why I asked
I
him.
thought I had it on
Just
the other
saw
one.
cedar shingles.
Cedar shingles.
Do we have it on the other one? I thought maybe the handwritten one had it on there.
So you want us to okay it with the hardy board? Okay,
We could,
If we go with,
Okay.
yeah, if we go.
okay.
Yep.
So we could.
Yeah, either or.
oh, okay, okay.
Can,
Or shingles?
Kate, can we amend the application to add the,
Yes, if the
It's
committee,
either or, so,
should in their motion state what the material would be for the record.
okay. All right, is there any public comment regarding this application?
Chair, this is Kate Maldonado. I do not see any members of the public here tonight seeking to make comment.
Okay, this is Wendy Shuck, and I move to close the public hearing.
second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? No. Okay. All right. May we have a motion regarding?
Sure. This is Wendy Shuck, and I move to approve the certificate of appropriateness application for Frank Pignataro, 23 Spruce Street, West Barnstable, map 216, parcel 050, built 1972, with a modification of using hardy clapboards in place of shingles on the north side of the house, otherwise as submitted.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No.
Thank you.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
It looked nice. Not supposed to say anything.
Okay. Our next application is for Patricia Robert, 2656 Main Street, Barnstable, map 258, parcel 007, built 1942, to remove a single-bedroom window to allow for a bed placement, replace with a cedar trellis, replacing a double-hung window in the mudroom with windows 2 inches smaller to accommodate a stackable washer and dryer.
Great. And this is Wendy Shuck, and I move to open the public hearing.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No.
Point of order, that if you can vote aye, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. Just so we have it for the record, since we
Okay.
only have 3
Oh,
people
my
for a
God,
quorum
you think
tonight.
this is the White House?
We only have a quorum tonight, so I just want to make sure all 3 of us are voting. Thank you.
I'm Pat Robert, and this is the house where we're proposing to make the changes are on the west side of the house. So it's not facing the street, although if you look down the driveway, it is visible from the street. And what we're proposing to do, we plan to use Anderson 400 series windows and with the fused grills on the inside and outside. But the front bedroom, so this is it's this side of the house.
Yeah.
And so we're proposing to,
And if I could, I apologize. If we just need to hear the voice on the mic, but if you inform me of which picture, I can certainly
Okay.
point the clicker there.
That's the picture in the upper right is the side of the house that we're proposing to make the changes on. And the first window, and we may have, if you keep
Yep.
going, I think I have, those are the changes that we're proposing to make.
Trellis,
The
yeah.
first window there, that bedroom is really small, so we're trying to fit something other than a twin bed in the room. And in order to do that, we needed to use that wall. And what we would do is replace it with a trellis, and I think I even have some examples of what we might do for trellis. And then the second window to the left, that double window there, yep. We wanted to see if we could make it 2 inches smaller, because if we make it 2 inches smaller, we'll be able to actually fit a washer dryer in there. And that's it. And I think, yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah.
those were, we were just coming up with a couple of trellis ideas of what it might look like.
I like the bottom one.
You know,
It kind of is more traditional to go with your house.
yeah, and that's actually very similar to one we have on our existing house, until we finish this one. I didn't know if the pergola thing on the top
Yeah.
of the other one would make it feel more window, I don't know.
Dressier, yeah.
Yeah, I that's why I don't really,
Right.
I don't
Most of
have
the
a
flowers are
particular
on there.
preference.
Yeah.
It doesn't, I don't think it would be all that visible from the street either, the way.
No, it's because the lot is fairly really narrow at the top, so all you can really, you'd have to really look to see it.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Do you think you would use like a white material for the trellis? Because I see one is white and the other one is more a natural wood, which would probably just gray with time, I would imagine, so.
Yes. My preference would be to use cedar, but if you wanted it to be white, I don't care.
I think the cedar would probably end up blending in,
Yeah.
against the shingles, so. Yeah, I'm not opposed to the white, but I think the gray, it just might age and, kind of blend in.
Yes,
Yeah.
and that's what, in the application, we put in that we
Yeah.
would do natural
Yeah.
cedar.
And flowers and all, that would be your focus and not the, yeah.
Right, and if you do white, I don't know if you've had a white.
Oh, yeah.
I have.
Stay white,
And,
right?
well, they don't stay white, and you have to try to get all the flowers off
Oh.
in order to paint it. Whereas if you
yeah.
Yes.
let it,
That's a
if
good
you let it
point.
weather,
Yeah.
then you don't have to remove all the flowers and stuff from it. And since I grow roses sometimes on these things, removing that,
Oh, yeah.
removing
It'd be beautiful.
the flowers
Yeah.
is a pain in the neck because of the thorns.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay. Is there any public comment regarding this application?
Chair, this is Kate Maldonado. Do not see any members of the public here to speak to this application.
Okay. So this is Wendy Shuck, and I move to close the public hearing.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? No. All right. And
And
Since
I have another question. Is that okay? Once we do this, do we call you guys to come and have you inspect it? Okay, so it's an honor system kind of thing. Okay.
You will need a building permit to do that.
We already have one. Well, no, that's not true. We have one for some other stuff. I'd have to amend it to add these 2 windows to
Yeah.
it.
There is a second window in that bedroom, I assume.
There are 2 windows in the front of the house.
As long as one meets the egress in that room. you're
Right.
good.
Yeah, this is a 3rd window in the room.
That's-
So there are 2 windows in the front. Okay. All right, thank you so much.
Okay, so we have a motion. Okay, this is Wendy Shuck, and I move to approve the certificate of appropriateness application for Patricia Robert, 2656 Main Street, Barnstable, map 258, parcel 007, built in 1942, as submitted.
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? No. Motion carried.
Thank you.
Good one.
All right. The next application is for Douglas Mercer, 6 Harvey Avenue, Barnstable, map 318, parcel 020, built 1945. Install 9.2 kilowatt solar panels on the roof. Will not exceed the roof panel, but will add 6 inches to the roof height. 8 total panels.
Okay, this is Wendy Shuck, and I move to open the public hearing.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? No. Okay. Want to make a presentation?
Okay. So the proposal is for this installation of, and I apologize, I don't seem to have my, my map here for the solar panels. It seems it's slipped out. Yes, that's what I thought. So the application does state 8 panels. I was under the impression that we were actually installing a bit more, though. So I don't know if that's going to have a conflict with what was applied for.
So how many, is this the array that they're
This was
thinking
the
of?
array that I was given when I was assigned to show up
It's
for the
really
meeting.
8.
It might be a typo. 8 panels would never be equivalent to 9.2.
Yeah. These are 400-watt panels. 8 panels wouldn't cover that.
So the 9.2 is probably correct, and what is it, 18 perhaps?
Should it be 18 panels?
Yeah,
Okay, wait a minute.
23.
I'm
23 on the
confused. It says 8
map on
panels.
there.
14, 15.
Let's see, this would be 23 module count at the bottom right.
Module count, yep, 22.
So it's 23, not 8.
No, it's not 8. So the actual proposed design is for 23 panels across 3 arrays, 3 roofs. 2 of these on the back, the ones labeled R1 and R2, these won't be visible almost at all. You might be able to see the edge of these arrays
Oh, because of the slant of the roof?
because the slant's
Right,
very
yeah,
low
yeah.
pitch.
Yeah.
However, R3 does face directly towards the road, and it's pretty glaring that there's panels there.
It's commerce.
Yeah, yeah.
Can I see what the house looks like? Okay. So this is the side.
That's the
Ah,
front, that's
okay.
the front facing.
Oh, that's the, okay.
But, yeah.
Yeah.
Bring it up on the screen so that everyone can see.
Ah, okay. I know I went by this,
Yeah.
but I went by it a while ago. Okay. So the solar will be here?
It'll be on the sides going down this way and this
Yeah.
way.
Point of order, if we can just point on the screen, then everyone can
Okay.
can see, just so that,
Yeah.
so Wendy has an opportunity as
On the
well.
left and right side of where you see these skylights is where we propose to place the panels.
On the front. And then in the back, it's up on that,
Yeah, you can't even really see
yeah,
the
we
roof.
can't
It's like
see
right
because
behind
of the
where you
Yeah,
pitch, right?
so it's
Yeah.
just the front really with that cooler.
Excuse me. That front area faces Commerce, and that's a scenic highway. And that's
Yeah, I agree.
That's an issue.
Yeah, I think the panels on the back, for me, are fine, because you really won't be able
Yeah.
to see them given
Right.
the pitch. But the ones on the front, I think,
Okay. Point to what would be on the front.
where the mouse is right now, these,
Right, okay, okay.
so it'd be on either side of those skylights on your photo there, Leslie? In
Yeah.
the front?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's here and in the back here,
It's on both sides of the
The
skylight.
skylight.
but on the front?
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about now?
Right, right,
Okay.
yep.
But that looks like there's 4 on the back. Is it this back here, or?
so this is the front. piece.
Yeah.
So this is, oops. Yeah, that's a good picture there. Yeah. Right here and right here is where we'll be placing.
Yeah.
Underneath, and we won't be placing up here either.
And then on the back, your question about the back part of the house, Leslie?
Yeah.
And on the,
So
That I'm not concerned
Yeah,
about. We're not
yeah.
going to see that. This is
Correct.
the only thing we'll see.
correct. And that faces directly to Commerce.
And how many are on that? This.
there's 8 panels on this.
Okay.
So if we took away 8, there'd be 15 panels?
Correct. It would drop the production by 1.6 kilowatts, I believe, though, which is a significant drop.
Would you have to go back to your client on that, I would imagine?
I would have to go back to the client and the design team in order to get an answer for this one.
Okay.
You can't put solar, I know nothing about them. Solar panels with more juice, energy, whatever.
When they become available,
That's the
we would-
technology they should be
There are
working
some panels
on.
out there that produce more. Trinity Solar
Yeah.
has a contract to use the Hanwha 400 watts right now.
And what's that R4 area? What's that? Are those skylights back there?
Yeah, there's no solar panels on
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Okay.
That's another extension out off the
Yeah,
house.
okay.
There's a little courtyard
to-
on the side there, so, I'm familiar with
Such a
the property.
darling
so.
house. It's-
Is there any public comment regarding this? Yes?
Yes, if I may, I just want to kind of remind people that in this new world we're in, consider that a while back it was very difficult to get permission to put skylights in because they looked new and strange. To me, the aesthetic of a solar panel is not significantly different than skylights. They're bigger, yes, but I think perhaps it's time to readjust our aesthetic sense of balancing what is necessary for the world and what is attractive. And as we've gotten used to wind turbines, we get used to solar panels, and symmetry is wonderful, and this is symmetrical. So I just love you to bear that in mind.
And we are in the historic district.
The whole
Okay?
town.
Okay?
Well, Commerce is treated the same way as 6A is
Yeah.
versus all the other streets in Barnstable Village. So,
So continue this,
Yeah.
maybe? I think go back to the
yes.
client, okay.
All right, so
Yep, so I'll do all right, so this is Wendy Shuck, and I move to continue the certificate of appropriateness application for Douglas Mercer, 6 Harvey Way, Barnstable, map 318, parcel 020, built 1945, for the April 26th meeting, which will be held remotely, and we will discuss reducing the number of panels by 8
And point of order, that meeting will be held at 6:30.
At 6:30, thank you. Yep.
Can we have a second?
Okay, we have a second.
You said remotely, we're going to have the next one?
The next
Oh, okay.
meeting was remote.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? No.
And Leslie, sorry, did you vote on that? The all in favor? Okay,
Aye.
thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you for your time.
All right. Our next application is for Deborah and James Fowler, 330 Sandy Neck Road, West Barnstable, map 136, parcel 014/001, built 1992, replacing the front door, the back shingles, and painting the front clapboard.
This is Wendy Shuck, and I move to open the public hearing.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
But if you could vote on that one as well for the all in favor.
Yes.
Thank you.
Aye,
Just for the
yes,
record,
yeah.
since we only have 3. Thank you.
Okay, so just tell you what I want to do.
Yeah.
And we'll have the materials up on the screen, so.
So we're going to be replacing the front door. Just, you can't really see it there. I think that's a picture with the door, with just the storm door. But it's, right now, it's just a green fiberglass door. We're going to be replacing it with another fiberglass door, but with a stain, like to look like wood in a color that I show right there. Yeah. Actually, it's, that's kind of a funny, that's like a reddish, but it's actually more brownish, like that, yes. I think that was just the type of door, and then that's the color, yeah. And then we wanted to paint the clapboard on the front, change it to a gray, which is right, nope, yeah, right there. And then the shingles on the back, which are very hard to get right now. We're going to do an Enviro bleach, which is that light. It's like a natural color, but there is a bleaching on it.
And those are cedar shingles?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. They pretty much look like natural, so.
I think the color, you've done wonderful things with the property.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, yeah.
I
Yeah,
know.
thank you.
I have friends
Yeah.
lower down.
Well, it's funny, yeah, we cleared out that whole front and nobody even knew there was a house back there. They didn't really associate the back of that house with the front.
Nice
Yeah.
circular.
And it was nice to be able to put that driveway
Yeah.
in there,
Yeah.
coming
Right.
out to Point Hill,
Looks
because that
good.
traffic on Sandy Neck is
Yes.
crazy.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, so,
And the
But what a
color is
spot.
a Benjamin
Thank
Moore.
you. yes.
And
Yeah.
color, so.
Yep, silver chain, yeah. And then if I may add one thing, and I don't know if we can do this today, but we bought this house about a year and a half ago, and we've kind of been, okay, what are we going to do with it kind of thing, and it's been this gradual thing, and then, of course, then you find different things, and the roof is leaking, and I didn't put it on here, but talking with my husband and our builder, part of our process of remodeling some of these things in the house, and this one would be sooner than later, would be putting a new roof on. So we do have a color picked out. I don't have it with me tonight, but I don't know if I can add that to this application, or that would be a separate thing.
Well, the house is now going to be that gray.
Yes. Yeah.
It's the color of my house,
Yeah.
so I like it.
Yeah.
Okay. What would you do, a gray?
It's, what is it? It's like a gray. Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a dark
So it
gray,
goes with the
grayish.
gray.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. We
Well,
would definitely not do
Can you add
anything
that
to.
so they don't have to keep coming back, or? No.
As staff, my only concern is that we have to send a butters notification, so what you're
Oh,
here
okay.
for is what
Okay.
was on your
Okay, that's fine.
application.
That's
So to
fine.
make sure that
Yeah.
we
Okay, yeah.
get
Yeah,
the
we-
approval and the public has an opportunity
Okay.
to
Right.
speak,
That's
I
fine.
would
We plan on,
advise
it's
that
kind of
it's-
a process
Yeah.
about what we're going to be doing to the house, so I'm sure we'll be back here a couple times.
Certainly, and if there's other items, you can, like
Okay.
you've done with this, combine
Okay.
several items
Okay.
into one application. We just need to
Okay.
follow
No
the
problem.
process, so.
All right.
Forgot about the abundance.
Is there any public comment regarding this application?
Chair, this is Kate Maldonado. I do not see any members of the public seeking to talk to this matter.
Okay. This is Wendy Shuck, and I move to close the public hearing.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No. Okay.
Thank you.
And
Ready for a motion? Yep.
Yes.
Okay. This is Wendy Shuck, and I move to approve the certificate of appropriateness application for James and Deborah Fowler, 330 Sandy Neck Road, West Barnstable, map 136, parcel 014/001, built 1992, as submitted.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? No. Motion carried.
Great, thank you.
Okay. All right.
Sorry, I couldn't get down to the post office.
Our next application is for Cape Com LLC, 39 Hilliard's Highway, West Barnstable, map 136, parcel 048, built in 1982, to add a master bedroom with closets, master bath, powder room, replace existing roof with red cedar shingles, install rooftop solar panels.
This is Wendy Shuck, and I move to open the public hearing.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? No. Okay, Carrie.
Hi, my name is Rick Anderson, and I'm representing R.W. Anderson & Sons, Inc., builders, as well as Cape Com, the owners of the property. So we have, as you just read, we have a number of projects here. The first is we're going to be installing solar panels on the back of the existing home. Before we do that, we'll be replacing the roof of the existing home with red cedar shingles. And then lastly, we're going to be adding an addition to the left-hand side. So all materials will be matching. And I know I'm maybe oversimplifying this, but ask away if you have any questions.
So cedar roof, panels in the back,
Yes.
and a wing, an addition?
Yes.
Okay.
And I should add that all of the panels will not be visible from a public way.
Okay, good.
So I added in there just to be safe. I don't
Yeah.
think we really needed to.
And the addition is that,
Yes, that is the addition. So that faces the marsh.
okay,
That is the gable end. That faces
the right side?
left side.
Yeah.
Left side.
Yeah.
Right.
And the solar panels won't be on the new addition?
No.
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 They'll be on the back,
Right.
right?
And you won't
Yeah.
see them from the street.
Right, right. Can you go back to the solar panel array? I think I understand, but I just want to make sure. Yeah, that one. So the ones that one, if you could point to on the house, so that's up on the, right there. Okay, that's what I thought. And then the other array is to the left of that, right?
Yes.
Okay, got it. Yep, I just wanted to confirm. With the shading on there, it was a little hard.
Yeah, it's hard to
It is.
tell. Yeah.
But that all faces the marsh, correct?
It does, yep.
Okay.
Correct.
So this is our third project on this house. We did that addition, I think, 14 years ago. We built the garage
Yes.
a year
yeah.
ago. And
Yeah,
now
we
we're back.
approve that.
Yeah, we're back.
And all the materials on the addition will match the existing structure?
Yes,
Yep.
everything will tie together.
Okay.
Good.
Any other questions?
Is there any public comment regarding this application?
Chair, this is Kate Maldonado. I do not see any members of the public wishing to speak on this application.
This is Wendy Shuck, and I move to close the public hearing.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? No. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yep. So we do the motion. So this is Wendy Shuck, and I move to approve the certificate of appropriateness application for Cape Com LLC, 39 Hilliard's Highway, West Barnstable, map 136, parcel 048, built 1983, as submitted.
All right.
Second.
And all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
Thank you.
Nice night.
Our next application is for Daniel and Elizabeth Higgins, 71 Sheep Meadow Road, West Barnstable, map 109, parcel 027, and built 1984. Construct a dormer on the front of the home.
This is Wendy Shuck, and I move to open the public hearing.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No. Okay.
So we are looking to put on a dormer on the front of the home. It does, it faces Sheep Meadow Road, which is, it's a small cul-de-sac in the West Barnstable area. So what can I answer for you?
All the windows match up.
Yes.
Yeah, and otherwise,
Aerial.
yeah,
It'll be all like materials, yep.
yeah. I think it is appropriate. You have a big roof on that house.
Do.
Yeah, and I think the dormer will be
Breaks it
will
up.
be a nice
Yes,
addition, yeah.
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 Bet, anything from you, or you good with, yeah?
And I think it's appropriate, the design as well, it's fitting for the neighborhood, so
Thank you.
I think there are
I think it's going to add.
no other
to it,
issues for the committee.
It's quite the
No.
roof.
Yeah.
Is there any public comment regarding
it's a
this
character.
addition on this project?
No?
Chair, this is Kate Maldonado. I do not see any members of the public wishing to speak to this application.
Okay, this is Wendy Shuck, and I move to close the public hearing.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No.
Okay. This is Wendy Shuck, and I move to approve the certificate of appropriateness application for Elizabeth and Daniel Higgins, 71 Sheep Meadow Road, West Barnstable, map 109, parcel 027, built 1984, as submitted.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? No. Okay. motion
Thank you.
carried. All right. The next project is for Mary and Robert Foley, 109 Point Hill Road, West Barnstable, map 136, parcel 020, to construct a new home in a shingle-style craftsman, and also to construct a new barn kit.
This is Wendy Shuck, and I move to open the public hearing.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? No.
Point of order, Leslie, for if you could do one more time.
It was a
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? No.
Thank you.
Okay.
My name is Jennifer Barnstable. I'm here representing Bob and Mary Foley. I've designed the house on this lot, and I'm just going to ask if we were here before for the barn that's also shown on there, and we were here for the house too in February 9th of last year. But because of the cost of construction, we've downsized the house. We're still using the same materials as we were previously, same windows, which we had already ordered, same colors. We're just downsizing the scale.
square footage of it.
The square footage
Okay.
of it. Yeah, yeah. And we've also put the garage under instead of adjacent to the house to save on the cost of the site work, so that we don't have to put in as many retaining walls or do grading. So we're using the site more to our advantage as far as maximizing the square footage in the lot that we have available. The barn that's shown is the exact same as what was approved last year in February, so that hasn't changed. I just included it for reference.
So it's actually a continuation, but a difference in size.
It
Same
is.
thing.
It is.
yeah.
We were approved for the same house, which I have on the iPad if you want to see that. The materials are the same, the details are the same. The sunroom that's there was on the back of the house.
That's the rear. Okay.
Yeah, and the garage, that's the side of the house now, but the sunroom was on the rear of the house before, and the garage was where the sunroom is. And now we've put the garage down below and moved the sunroom over to the side.
And that's the front elevation, correct?
That's the front elevation.
Right, okay.
Yes.
And what is the retaining wall? What are the materials for that?
That would be a stone veneer.
Okay,
Yep, and a real stone veneer, so not a fake stone, but a 2-inch real stone.
okay.
And all the materials are the same as what we approved
Yes,
before?
exactly the same.
Yeah. And what is the,
Size of the, and the
Just the
design.
size.
it just
of
kind
the
of
pro-
came
yeah.
down? Yeah. I didn't see the prior one. What is the siding on the barn?
So can I speak from here? Sure. Okay, great. I don't want to get in trouble.
Yes.
Do that. So the barn is a post and beam structure.
Yep.
And all the materials essentially are eastern white pine. So the exterior is going to be a textured sheathing vertical board. Except in the front, what we're going to do is we're going to put on cedar shingles, which complement what we're doing in the house.
Okay.
So the front will have a cedar shingle look,
Oh.
and the side, back, both sides in the back will be
I see.
vertical,
Okay.
textured white pine solid with a solid stain.
Gotcha. See if I have any other questions.
Match the house.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's,
Oh, go ahead.
it's a very wooded lot. Are you going to make any changes regarding the landscaping of the
That's what I was
property?
going to ask.
Well, the builder will probably be Matt York, and he's a local builder with a good reputation, and I've visited a lot on several occasions with him, and I think ultimately we're going to have to do some adjustments to grading on the lot. So that means many of the trees, as we've looked at them, are not salvageable. So we're going to have to clear, a footprint certainly in the middle of the lot for these two structures. Plus, we're planning on eventually putting a pool in the backyard. So I think we'll save as many as we can.
Okay.
But I think that we've gone down that. This is the fourth house we've built over the past 35 years. We've got the gray hairs to prove it. Yeah. And I think we've gone down that path of trying to save too many trees that are too close to the footprint of the structure, only to have to take them out afterwards. So, but we'd be supplementing with landscaping,
Right.
including trees, to make sure that we, preserve the beauty of it, of the lot.
And I would say the benefit of this design, besides the fact that it utilizes the site better for Bob and Mary, is that by utilizing the site better, we're also able to grade less, be able to kind of work better with the site as it exists.
We've lessened the impact on the grade, for instance, for the driveway by a full, level of the house, because now the entrance point is the garage height,
Right,
the basement height,
right.
as opposed to what existed previously, was raising the grade by about 9 feet.
Wow.
And it's also compacted the house
Yeah.
Right.
down.
And that's better.
Yeah.
Yes.
Won't have-
All right.
I think that sounds good.
Is there any public comment regarding this application?
Chair, this is Kate Maldonado. I do not see any members of the public seeking to talk to this application.
Okay. This is Wendy Shuck, and I move to close the public hearing.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Okay, this is Wendy Shuck, and I move to approve the certificate of appropriateness application for Robert and Mary Foley, 109 Point Hill Road, West Barnstable, map 136, parcel 020, as submitted.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Approved.
Thank you very much.
I'm coming to your house with the pool. Let me know. Okay.
All right. Minor modifications, there are none. Extensions, there are none. And then there's another item for remote meetings extensions. So I guess we could vote on that this evening.
Sure, the committee would like, the remote participation has been extended to 2025. So how we've coordinated this in the past is that it's up to the chair, and the chair can certainly talk with the committee with regard to what your preference for the format of the meeting will be, whether you prefer in-person or remote meetings. At this time, we cannot offer hybrid. Only town council is doing hybrid, so it would be remote or in-person.
And it'll always be here, not in West Barnstable.
We did look into the West Barnstable Community Building. They're booked through, I believe it was it June, Erica?
Open until July.
They're,
Oh,
yeah,
what
they would be,
happened?
wouldn't be till July, and then, we'd have to coordinate with communications to make sure that they can
Do
film.
remote and then maybe go back there if it's open? I mean, for years it was there. What
Why
happened?
don't we make a decision on, from now until July, and then we can
Revisit it?
readdress this? Is that possible?
You can, yeah, you could certainly make whatever decision you would want. I would just advise if you are seeking to go back in person July, we should probably reach out and try to book that space now because it does book, and that's
Yeah.
the problem. That's why when we reached out, earlier in March, it was already booked through June. So if you would like to go back in July, we can circle back to see the availability of that
One comment
space.
I have, I think it's a whole lot easier for the consumer for a remote meeting rather than especially if they're not even on the Cape, if there are homeowners living off Cape. In my estimation, we should think about accommodating our applicants, and I, as far as remote's concerned, I think it would be beneficial to them to have the meetings remotely. So that's my take on this.
Yeah.
So-
And I don't like this at night. This makes me afraid here to walk back to my car.
Okay, we'll protect you.
Safety in numbers, right.
So,
So do we want to go remote going forward, or do we want to just do it till July and see if the building is available, or?
Can we do
why
that?
don't we just vote for remote for now? If that becomes available, then we can change.
Yeah. All right.
Look into it and pair with communications as well, because I know they've had some concerns or such about the West Barnstable Community Building. So I can pair with communications, and I can also reach out to the West Barnstable, and then I can bring it back as a discussion item when it becomes available.
Okay.
I don't know if they can do that, but the fire station offers, they have a room. I just went to something with Old Kings there.
Okay.
So
Yeah, we can certainly look
Yeah.
into that. I
Yeah.
know we have to coordinate the recording, which is a whole nother element. That's why town hall is definitely the preferred option because we've invested a lot in our communication system
Right.
to be able to record in this space. So this is the best option for in person, but we can certainly do our due diligence and reach out on the West Barnstable Community Building.
Yeah.
The next meeting, as we've discussed, will be remote. We coordinated with Bet because that legal ad had to be advertised before
All
this
right.
Do we
meeting.
need a
So
motion to make a
no,
decision?
no vote, but we just
Okay.
wanted to bring it up as long as the
So the next
committee.
one will be remote.
Yes, we had to advertise for that in advance of this meeting, but we also wanted to open up this discussion to
Right.
see,
Yeah.
where the committee is leaning as far as
I
future
actually
meetings.
like to have people here, because sometimes if there's arguments,
We
one
don't
hears
have
it, one hears.
arguments.
No, the applicants, no, not us. But, they begin to see the other point of view. How many times have we seen, after the applicants get together, they come to a happy agreement? I think that's great.
But it hasn't happened very often. I've only
Oh, I've,
experienced it once
really, I've had it.
in 4
for-
years. That's
Oh,
all.
I've had it several times.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe earlier, yeah.
Yeah.
We have agreeable people now, so.
We still need to vote on the minutes, right?
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So we
Thank
have,
you.
we have that discussion. Our next issue is the approval of the minutes of March 8th, 2023.
This is Wendy Schuck, and I move to approve the minutes of the March 8th, 2023 meeting as submitted.
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Yeah.
I wasn't here, so I can't vote
Yeah.
on that. Okay.
You weren't here for that one? No?
She was on her trip.
Oh,
Yeah.
can just two of us vote on that? Is that, yeah?
Beck can vote on it
I
as
can
well.
vote on it?
Yeah, okay.
All right,
Did you read it? If you read it, you can vote.
Okay.
Yeah.
all right. And may we have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
Sure. This is Wendy Schuck, and I move to adjourn today's meeting Wednesday, April 12th, 2023.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? No. Our next meeting?
My beauty, I never even